Hey guys, welcome back. I'm not exactly sure what the message is that's trying to come through. I just feel it coming through, so I'm going to try to break it down as we go. First word that I heard and vision that I saw in my mind's eye coming into this reading is rings. Rings have been coming through for me for a while. Of course, rings can be about groups, but I'm also thinking of Saturn, and I do believe Saturn is going direct or just went direct in the full moon in Taurus. So anything that Saturn is trying to get you to deal with while it was retrograde, you will have dealt with that by now, or you are on the brink of closing out maybe some of those cycles. Pluto is still retrograde as far as I know, and I don't think it is going direct and moving. What is it? Is it moving out of Pisces into Aquarius or moving out of Capricorn into Aquarius? One of the two. Which is interesting because the zodiac sign that I pulled today, I asked who the messages for, and Aquarius came out. So Aquarius came out on its side, interestingly enough. Like this. I'm also drawn to Scorpio and Sagittarius and Aries here, so you may have some of those placements, or those placements could be relevant at this time. Signs in those transits, maybe planets, whatever, could be relevant at this time. I'm not great with the astrology, guys, so don't come to me as a source for that. But those are the energies that are playing out right now. So that seems to be, I'm getting water, and I'm definitely getting cup. I'm getting, honestly, what's been coming through over the past several months for me has been Knight Templar energy, Mary Magdalene code, the Cup of Christ, what that is, bloodlines channels. You guys are connecting deep with that. I just was guided to look at my Thoth figurine, so learning, discipline, language. Okay. For some of you, that's a big message. I'm not entirely sure how to break that down into one sentence, but it's something to do with your ancestral bloodline, what you're here to do on a spiritual level, on a personal level. It's your time to shine. Very much. Very much. It's your time to shine. Collective. It is your time. New G, I don't know what that is. Or G new, like renew, renewal, new energy, destabilization of old structures, things that were old must go. Okay, Pluto, the great disruptor, right? But moving into a time in history when things aligned at the right time. I'm getting water, I'm getting Atlantis. Again, Atlantis. So we are now at the pinnacle of when Atlantis was at its pinnacle. Some 24 to 26,000 years ago. New G, like God is renewed. God codes. That's just the start. I don't know what it is yet, guys, but we'll figure that out. Oh, angels and ancestors. I have gone ahead and called on them for guidance, protection, and shielding over this reading. For those of you who are in the space, are coming into this space, or coming upon this reading, I ask for you to receive what you need to receive for your highest good and for the highest good of all. If it's not your message, don't take it. Leave it for that person who needs to hear it, okay? You guys know this. Eagle. A vision. A higher perspective. You could be something about a bird. I was shown a hawk today, an omen. You could be seeing an omen in the signs of birds this week, so pay attention. Eagle is about having a higher perspective. Raw hawks are associated with Ra, the eye of Ra, spiritual awakening, seeing the higher perspective. Okay. Yeah, and the air guardian right beside it. You have a higher perspective. Also, Scorpionic energy. Eagle is associated with Scorpio. And we're still in Scorpio season. Happy birthday, Scorpio shapeshifter. Ooh, very careful. Careful. I don't know why I felt the need to tell you to be careful with that. Scorpio, you could be dealing with people who are shapeshifters. You could be dealing with a shapeshifter. You might be a shapeshifter yourself. And maybe you're shapeshifting in and out of certain situations or environments or communities. Rings are about definitely communities. Rings of power. For sure. For sure. Rings of power. Someone wants power. And mirror guardian, time to reflect. Time to reflect in the mirror. You're mirroring energy right now, collective. Put that there. What are you reflecting on? There's nothing in the mirror but the universe. Instantly, interestingly, be careful, because when I saw that, the no reflection, yeah, it's looking into the mirror, but be careful of illusion, because things that don't have a reflection in the mirror, what is that, Dracula? Right? Vampires? Vampires don't have a reflection in the mirror, so careful about that. Okay. Some of you are my warriors out here. You're like my... Interesting. I just got a werewolf in my mind, and I'm also drawn to my wolf animal symbolism here. Just now, some of you, and I just got Archangel Gabriel in my mind. Okay. Because nothing can really truly kill a vampire except for a werewolf. The bite of a werewolf. Gotcha. Some of you are werewolves. And with the moon in Taurus, maybe you're feeling a lot of aches and pains in your body. Maybe. It's a good time, don't get me wrong. Something's been vanquished. Or you're vanquishing something. Huh? Druid, hold the space. Yeah, hold the light. Hold the space, collective. You might be going on a Merlin quest. You are the light. You've done the work and gone within. And those energies that you've only mirrored back the energy to people that they have given to you. Some people don't understand this. They really don't understand you. And you're not here to prove anything to anybody about who you are, what you're here to do. Some of you don't even know. Okay? Guys, we're all figuring that out. All you know is that sometimes you're called into a moment's notice to act. And you do it instinctually. These are your God codes. Okay? This is what is born into you. It's a knowing that is innate. The mirror is also trying to reflect back to you all that you have done. Too much. Too much. Although you do need to stay rooted. Look at that. Earth Guardian. is the wolf right now. Earth. You are an earth angel? Earth guardian. And what did Gabriel have to do? The right hand of God came down to vanquish the demon. Yeah? Very much. Alright, we're on to something here. I don't know what it is. We'll figure it out together. Underlying, we have stag. Yep. Rings. Rings. No more druid symbols here. Trust and thrive. Stag could be your totem. Very much Christ consciousness. Some of you need to go around with the earth. You're this ancient shaman and sage. Be devoted and committed. He's holding a peacock feather, and I was drawn to my peacock statue here earlier. Peacock, as much as it is about shining in your glory, can also be about ego. It's about writing, having a clear intention of what you want. Shaman, trust in higher forces. It's almost like your guides, the forces around you, are really calling you to manifest from a deliberate place right now. I really want you to be clear about that, okay? The medicine wheel. I don't know if this is you or if this is energy around you. It's a lot of energy, too, by the way. Your earth guardian right now could be the wolf. You might be seeing the wolf around you, or I believe the wolf moon is in January. It's usually for Capricorn, I think. The wolf moon, so Capricorn season could be significant for that. Or since I was talking about Saturn, which Capricorn, obviously is Saturn ruled, so maybe you have some Capricorn in your chart. It doesn't matter, I'm just calling these things out so maybe you can identify it. You could be seeing owls at this time, and you'll heavily identify with the owl. You're very wise. Very wise. But you have to stay rooted and grounded with your heart chakra, and maybe call on Archangel Raphael for guidance and assistance. You pulled the Mirror Guardian first, so I want to read that card for you, just to clarify. Mirror Guardian on 110. 110 could be a significant number for you. Time to reflect. Angels accept you just the way you are. Even when you're going through a challenging time, they still hold you in the highest esteem. The Mirror Guardian, a female angel looking into the mirror of life, invites you to witness your spiritual strength and beauty, to see yourself as the angels do. The mirror represents the fact that your core beliefs and ideas are, in fact, what is reflected back to you by your world. Your life is one big mirror of how you feel within, and the Mirror Guardian helps you recognize that. When this card appears, you are being invited to take some time to see where you are right now. You are a beautiful being who has surmounted so many challenges and expanded in so many ways. Your angels are now guiding you to take inventory of your life, to take the time to note all of your recent experiences, the challenges you have surmounted, the strengths you have developed, and the lessons you have learned. Your angels want you to reflect on your strengths, in particular those aspects of yourself that you feel have not been acknowledged by others. Offer yourself approval when it's due, and know that when you give yourself credit, others will be able to as well. So, ancient shaman, whoever you are, I can relate to this energy myself, even recently, guys. So, you may have dealt with people who weren't prepared to honor you for who you are. That's okay. You need to take the time to honor yourself for your achievements, because you really have achieved something quite miraculous, quite extraordinary. Some of you have done this over and over and over again. But it's just kind of like another day, another Tuesday, right? Another walk in the park. You do this by reflex at this point. So you don't notice all the work that you're doing and all the work that you've done, but truly hold the space, because your guides are trying to ask you to do that. To hold some space for yourself. For you. For you. You might go on a Merlin quest. You might go walking. Maybe you're called to do more walking. Maybe you're called to go in another direction. Maybe you're sitting back and observing. I've seen a particular card in my mind from my ancient Oracle tarot deck. It's the 9 of Cups. And it shows, I'm not going to pull it out, but it shows a gathering in a castle, like a banquet. And there's a dancer in the middle of the tables, and the watchers are watching, so they're watching a performance, right? And behind them, standing against the wall, like here, is Merlin. And he's just kind of propped up against the wall. He's just sitting there watching the watchers who are watching the spectacle. All of them are kind of self-indulged. They're only there for themselves, which the 9 of Cups can also speak to. It can also speak to overindulgence. It can speak to our egos, especially when we are only in it to win it, or only in it for ourselves. And we're not really thinking about the people in our lives, or the people who we're there supporting. Maybe you attended something or did something recently where your work or your value was not properly acknowledged. Or you watched someone legitimately and deliberately take advantage of you to your face. You saw friends and associates, colleagues even, kind of turn their backs on you and make up lies and assumptions about you, because that is the belief system that they wanted to have of you. Why? You don't know. But then you, collective, came forward with your vision. You came forward and showed them something about you. That's had nothing to do with any of these people. It was just a true, authentic expression of yourself. You showed that maybe in some art form, in a presentation, in a film, in something of creative style. You became the muse, and you showcased yourself. You showcased your art, and that art, or that presentation, or what have you, was undeniably, without question, an authentic expression, an authentic truth. There was no lie behind it. There was no agenda behind it. It was just a true expression of who you are, the kind of person you are. Okay? And none of these people understood that about you. Many of them probably still don't. They don't understand who you are, or how someone like you could exist and be as authentic as you are, because it's not the version of you that they created in their mind. Not that it matters. Not that you need to subscribe to any form of thinking. No. Okay? And not that you really need to care. Because, remember, it's about seeing the bigger picture. You were placed in a circumstance, in an environment. Those of you, maybe some of you, are there to expose certain things. You're there to mirror, reflect the truth back to those who need to see it, where they are blinded by their own ego or by their own self-deception. Something to that extent. So, that's what I'm getting. That's the example. That also seems to be the energy that you have just gone through. Okay? Where are you now? Because I came into this reading, I didn't really have a message for you. But something kind of said, there is a message. You'll uncover it. And maybe the message is just to sit here and document this train of thought that's within me, that's within you. It's not just within me, it's within you too. I know it because I too am a mirror of reflection of thought and energy of the collective, and maybe even the one surrounding that channel. And if you're new to my channel, welcome. And thank you for being here. But I think the question is now, what do you want to do? What's next for you? Because you can kind of sit there and mull over the thoughts and things that have not served you over and over and over again. But I don't feel many of you wanting to do that. It's not why, because it's not serving you. Staying stuck in a repeated cycle loop of things that have gone wrong is not where you are anymore. And yeah, those people did do you wrong, and yeah, those groups did do you wrong, and maybe you did yourself wrong in a certain situation. Maybe you deceived yourself in some way. But what do you want to do about it? What do you want to do now? You know? Shall we pull an animal spirit? Be devoted and committed to your practice. Be devoted and committed to you, to your endeavors. This is a new oracle deck, and I'm just breaking it in. I love it. I love the animal totems. Give it to me. Please. Okay? Yes, please. You have red on the bottom of the deck. I really do feel like you're going to be seeing some kind of a bird this week, collective. I already saw mine. I think I said I saw the falcon this morning, as a matter of fact. It's an omen for something. So pay attention to what you were thinking about the moment you see this bird. You will see it. It could be a small bird, a big bird. It will have significance to you. That's the point. Alright. What is the animal totems for the collective at this time? What's trying to get their attention? How's the collective being seen by spirit? Show me clearly. How is the collective being seen by spirit? Fish. Yep. Fish. Salmon. Ah! Moving out of the age of Pisces into the age of Aquarius. We're in that transition phase. This has more semblance to me than water, right? Salmon. Resilience. A life cycle. Going against the grain. What does salmon do? It goes against the stream. Salmon. Fish. Yep. So much symbology. Oh. Firefly. Firefly. Simplicity and childhood. So you could be, reflecting back on your childhood and things that you loved. Mm-hmm. There is also something you do need to go back and reflect upon from your childhood. Mm-hmm. Let's read the firefly in the crown. We have, baby, anaconda. Anaconda in the crown. Camouflage. Imbalance. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, collective, for some of you. Now, this is mega Earth Mother energy to me, first of all, anaconda, but it's a big energy. So some of you could obviously be born in the year of the snake. Next year is the year of the snake. That's interesting. Again, in Capricorn season. So something between now and Capricorn season or by Capricorn season could be very significant for you, okay? Especially with the wolf coming out. By the wolf moon, which I think is the full moon in Cancer, in the sign of Capricorn. Yes. Okay. Interesting. Let's read Salmon. On 53, on page 53, the Salmon. Okay. I swim against the current of destiny and return to life. I never surrender. Every wave that hits me is an experience that makes me stronger. On my journey and in my ambitions, life means closing the circle and then repeating it immediately after, where the sea begins. Every year, salmon swim to their place of origin, the rivers that run into the sea to lay their eggs. They fight against the current to be born again in their young. Following reproduction, the mother passes on. Searching for a path is a return, a transition from old to young, like many paths of existence, a path that leads to reuniting with one's nest, learning one's true strength and understanding one's self. It is a journey through life that closes the circle where it began, but with new eyes and a new conscience. It is a risky experience in which we fight against the stream of destiny with willpower and a desire to survive. We carry on a fight against our limits in order to push them a little further to where they need to be. In Celtic mythology, a salmon lives in the waters of the spring where it swims after eating 9 nuts from the tree that rises from the spring, and after having received the gift of knowledge. The knowledge that challenges death preserves memory. That's the message. Actually, I channeled that message the other day. The knowledge that preserves death. No, the knowledge that challenges death preserves memory. The knowledge that challenges death preserves memory. I think that is your channeled message, Caliph. What is that? The knowledge, a riddle. The knowledge that challenges death preserves memory. What is that? I've already said it once in this reading. The knowledge that challenges death preserves memory. I think I know the answer, but I'm going to let you figure that out for yourself. Why? It's not necessarily, there is no correct answer, okay? Just so you know. It's the answer that you come up with. That's the correct answer. And I'll explain that in just a second. You may want to write that down. Collective. The knowledge that challenges death preserves memory. What is that for you? What is that for you? To you. Okay. What else was I getting? I was getting some of you, I was thinking about a nest. That word triggers my word. You could be seeing a nest, a bird's nest. Something to do with a happy home, wanting to have a happy home, needing to feel secure in your home. Some of you have not felt secure. Some of you have not felt safe in your home environment or in your relationship. You have not felt safe. You have not, even if maybe things escalated to a physical thing, or maybe it was you didn't feel safe to be authentic in some way, to be who you were. for someone particular, I'm seeing, I don't need to get into the specifics, but you couldn't trust yourself around your person or your partner because they couldn't trust themselves around you. So it's something about insecurity, comparison, the mirror, the reflection, something about you and their authentic self and maybe the things that they're healing from. Is this person bad necessarily? I don't know. You would know that best. And definitely wouldn't advise anyone saying something toxic. You would know what situation you're in, so I leave that to you. But it's those moments where it's like you question, well, they're not a bad person, but they do have this one really awful toxic trait that leads them to self-sabotage. It leads them to disrupt a good thing, right? And maybe this is a trait about yourself that you're acknowledging, that you have a tendency to self-sabotage the very things that you love. Killing something before it's even had a chance to bloom. Some of that energy could be going on around you now, where old systems and structures are destabilizing. Maybe even some that shouldn't, like they're perfectly fine, perfectly good the way they are, but someone's deciding they want to come in and just disrupt and change it all of a sudden. And they don't really care about the outcome or who it's really going to affect. There's something that you're maybe seeing this week that's a sign for you that something is destabilizing around you. It could be a family unit, it could be a relationship, it could be something as simple as a membership at like a community club, or maybe they're not offering group fitness anymore at the training facility that you go to. Something as simple as that. But whatever this thing is, it's something that you view to as something that's good for the community, the rings, okay? It's something that we see as good for the community, but how good is it? Do we have a wrong perception of this thing? Or maybe, again, don't necessarily be put off by the fact that these things are destabilizing around you. In fact, because Pluto, the divine disruptor, is going to come in and shake something up because it's pushing you in another direction to go after what you're truly meant to go after. So, while yeah, the breakup is hard, the initial break is tough, absolutely, but it's pushing you in the direction that you're ultimately supposed to go in. Okay? So you're coming out of Firefly, simplicity, childhood. Let's read that. I don't know yet if we're going to pull tarot. We may or may not. I'm just kind of flowing with it. We're flowing today, guys. Here's on Firefly on 71. What hurts now, or the destabilization that hurts right now, is going to catapult you on into more things. Now, many of you have already been, some of you are going through your first spiritual awakenings, and some of you were like literally in the beginning phases of that. Okay? Literally in the beginning phases of going through your awakenings. Yeah. You've been kind of in this little innocent phase, just floating around with this firefly. Okay, I shine bright, then disappear. Oh. I sparkle, then dim. I am visible for a brief moment in this world, and a brief moment in the other world. I am an insect, an enchanted spirit, or a memory that appears with a childlike light. I remain simple among the complexities of life. Some of you do this thing where you shine your light for a moment, and it's like, hey, I'm here, and then you disappear. And then you go off back into the shadow realm or the inverse realm and shine your light there. It's like you're coming up, you're bobbing up to the surface to see, is the coast clear yet? Is it okay to come out? I've been through this rough time in my life, this rough patch. Is it okay to come out yet? Let's see. Are they still battling out there? Is the coast clear yet? Are they still doing war? Are they still fighting with their ex? Okay. Are they still, name the scenario you're looking at. Is it safe to come out? Is it safe to be seen? Yes and no. You're never going to know unless you just start putting yourself out there. Some of you have been in hermit mode for a very long time, and I think the universe is trying to tell you, hey, it's okay. It actually is okay to come out, but you have to take those steps. It actually is okay to come out now. You just have to take those steps. During the day, fireflies are hard to recognize. They are just another bug like all the others. But when night falls in the hot months, that's when their blinking light comes and goes. They fly on a path of happy memories that we continue to relive. As a guide, the firefly invites us to appreciate the simple details of things, because sometimes that's where we can find an epiphany. And the force of memory or revelation, and it also is connected to our inner child and the magic of childhood. When running through a field of fireflies was an intense game that announced the arrival of summer. Okay. In the eyes of a child, fireflies are like little fairies that come from their world of shadows and then dim light to peer into ours. The fireflies ask us to believe in the impossible with nostalgia and hope. They show us that we are still somewhere deep down, the enchanted child of yesterday. So believe in yourself. Believe in your dream that you had from yesterday. It's not gone. And just because the structure around you is disappearing, why is that? Because it's not strong enough to hold it. Maybe your dream collective can't be supported by the current system in place that is supporting it. It needs a new structure. It needs a new foundation. So a new home. You literally are moving. I'm getting that. You're moving. Anaconda in your crown. Let's look at that. Anaconda. A big one. It's a big one. Constriction. Restriction. Interesting. Not just the scary things about anaconda. Anaconda is, we'll see. Hang on. Anaconda on 67. Not too far away. Okay. Anaconda. Those who ride my back into the river like it's another world and learn where harmony is broken and where new existences are born. Everything at the beginning is immobile. I blend into my environment. I break the mold and bring change. I marry the human and the divine. Oh, wow. Speaking of, like, Cup of Christ, Knights Templar, Anaconda, I'm seeing the Kundalini, I'm seeing the divine feminine. This is earth and air coming to merge to create the Kundalini as above, so below. We are grounding these channels up and through the Kundalini experience. Some of you may be coming into partnerships. May become Capricorn season. Anaconda. Snake symbolism otherwise could be significant to you at the time. In stories from Amazonia, the anaconda is connected to the medicine of sacred plants, specifically ayahuasca, which it brings as a gift in an encounter between a human and a woman anaconda, who can take on both appearances. A cosmic snake, a feathered body, The drawings on its skin represent a journey of initiation and an irresistible strength that can also lead to a powerful imbalance between our limits and the desire to establish a relationship with the world. After all, life always begins with division, disharmony. To attack its prey, which it slowly digests, it can mimic its surrounding environment, and thus it teaches us to look around and recognize the potential of our environment. According to the legend, the anaconda can swallow a human, but this has never been proven. In myth, humans ride this multifarious snake and learn its primitive strength. I said snake, but strength. Learn its primitive strength. So you can take on camouflage. Maybe you're camouflaging yourself, such as anaconda, who blends into its environment to learn its environment. I see that's kind of what you're doing. Going against the grain, dipping in and out, popping up to say hello, then disappearing just as quickly as you entered. Blending in. You know, there's a bigger mission here for you. I think you know that. The work's not done. Stag spirit is really coming through for you. Okay. Fun stuff so far. Salmon, so we'll put that right there. Lots more to discuss here. A crane behind Firefly. Dance, meditation. Crane is in between worlds. More Thoth energy. You could be seeing that. Language, writing, being in between the worlds, in between things. Maybe you have one foot in the past and the other in the future, or into your next destination. You're kind of in an in-between phase of transition. For sure. For sure. Okay. Okay. We'll pull the tarot. And then we'll close out with a divine light oracle card. Please, the light seers. Shut the front door. Shut the front door. Ace of Cups. The heart chakra. The cup of life. Blue and red are also very significant to you at this time. Alpha, Omega, blue and red. You could be seeing my last Lionsgate portal reading. I believe that was the last reading I did on the channel. That reading could be significant to you if you found yourself looking at that. You may want to go back and check out that reading. Literally the last reading I posted on this channel, so it shouldn't be hard to find. 4 of Cups in reverse on the split. Yeah. Coming out of a time of feeling dissatisfied. Dissatisfied. Yeah. 10 of Swords reversed. Walking away. There's hope on the horizon. You're past that. 10-4. I just got 10-4. Yeah. 10-4. Confirmation. Copy. Meditate. 4. 4 significant for you right now. Think and contemplate, rest, rejuvenate. 4s are significant for you right now. Could you sing 444? What is the collective? What is the situation for the collective? Seven of Wands in reverse. Some of you didn't feel like you were protected, and you are. Or you're not calling in protection around you as you're doing, and you need to, especially if you're engaging in certain things. Feeling attacked a little bit, but I'm really drawn to that rune symbol on her forearm. I don't know what that one is. I want to say it's not Manaz. It's protection. It's a shield of protection. That's what that is. The tree. You're spiritually protected. King of Swords. That deck upside down. Okay. 7 of Wands. I'm not going to take reversals. Let's just call it the 7 of Wands. I think people want to know how to penetrate your bubble, so to speak, okay? You'd be drinking a lot of things with bubbles in it. Bubble tea. People want to know how to get through, but you're just sitting here in a place of zen, or you very much need to, okay? Where does the collective need to focus? 7 is experience, okay? Ooh, hello. We have the Emperor, that's a lot. The Emperor, 7 of Pentacles in reverse, Page of Cups in reverse. Emperor, this is where you need to focus. Don't focus on your failures. You're sitting good. I think you don't realize the power that you hold. 4, again here, okay? You don't know the power that you hold, collective, and you need to. You're sitting good. You're maybe waiting. Maybe in the past you thought about giving up on the things that you've invested your time, energy, and situation. Again, some of the things that you did invest your time, energy, and effort into you were grown in the wrong soil, so to speak. Okay, the full moon in Taurus probably showed it to you. Now, there was a reading I did for Taurus months ago on the channel. It was a live reading, but it talked to Taurus about having planted their seeds in the wrong soil. In other words, you've gone as far as you could go in a situation. You've grown as far as you could grow, higher perspective here with the sun, in a situation, okay? Now you're being uprooted and planted somewhere else. This is also telling you don't give up on your dreams so quickly, or don't give up on love either so quickly. And maybe you don't know this, but if I just take these cards and they're upright, meaning something you've invested in is going to pay off. Maybe there's a masculine also thinking about reaching out to you. And when pigs fly, I don't think you ever thought this person would. Or you are this masculine who's contemplating your next move, but I see you reaching out to somebody. Someone's definitely taken their time to do this too. They really have. And it's like they've had this chess piece in their mind the whole time. But the king, it's interesting, it's like the kings in the tarot. That's why we associate them. I associate personally kings with the fixed signs. I associate the queens with the cardinal signs and the knights with the mutable signs. So kings to me are fixed because they don't go anywhere. They're structured, they're steady, they're solid, they don't move. And speaking of homes and nests, we are seeing that. You're wanting stable foundations, but maybe you're realizing you tried to build a nest in a bad tree. Okay, if you tried to build a business at the wrong location, it's something like that. Something like that. So Spirit's is literally now having to create a tower to get you to realize that, to get you out of the situation so we can move you into something better. Okay. You will see this in time. All right. To stay grounded, though, don't give up on your dream. The dream is still coming, whether you thought it would or not. It's just not going to be coming in the way that you thought it would. It's still coming. It's on its way. It's growing, as a matter of fact. And you will see success. It's just not happening the way you thought. Okay. 5055 on my timer just now. One more here. Yeah, literally, you're being guided away. Guided away. 6 of Swords. No shit. Told you. You're being guided away. I'm getting Mary Magdalene again. Being guided across those harsh waters into the promised land, into France. Yeah. Mm-hmm. With her child. Yeah. The cup of Christ. With the cup of Christ. Absolutely. Okay. Outcome for the collective. Or where does challenge for the collective? Sure. I saw the world try to pop out. The cycle. That's the ring I saw. The portal. The portal. The universe. The mirror. The mirror is your challenge. The reflection is your challenge. The ego is your challenge. Ooh, and also perceptions of others. Wondering how the hell did you get through that? How did you do that, collective? There's another reading on the channel, the collective reading. I may link it at the end of this one. But it involved the collective going through 2 gates. And I did this reading over a year ago. Almost 2 years ago on the channel. And it's the story of Persephone and Hades and coming into what we're literally have gone through now. Okay? Going through the queen energy, dealing with the powers that be, the structures that be, the hierarchical structures that be. There's a destabilization of power going on, right? Energy shifts, things that are happening and changing. It's still kind of for the better, honestly. To me, anyway. But those kinds of things are occurring. Let me not get ahead of myself. Ooh. The challenge for you, King of Cups, Queen of Swords, Queen of Cups, hello. Focusing your love and attention. Focusing your love intently. These are 2 people here. The challenge. Is that a partnership? The wheel. Faded events coming back around. Yeah. Wow. Wow. There's a cycle happening here between the Queen of Cups and the King of Swords. How interesting. Connecting our thoughts and our emotions. Grounding our emotions and our thoughts. Could be dealing with a water sign and an air sign. A Scorpio and an Aquarius, as a matter of fact. Well, could be. Those are the signs I saw earlier, so I'm taking advantage of it. What about these 2? This is the challenge energy? Show me clearly. Show me clearly. Thank you. Temperance. Shut the front door. Balance. Synergy. Harmony. Okay. I'm also getting where there was destabilization. Queen of Swords, shut up. Whoa, we definitely got a lot going on here. So temperance here can, you guys are all in the upright. So I don't know, it could be a choice between two, or this is all the energy that you're embodying at this time. Temperance is the need to balance our emotional bodies. Well, that's why I'm a little confused, honestly, but it can speak to anger. It can. I don't see that necessarily. It also can just, of course, speak to divine timing. 14 could be significant to some of you. That number really could have been significant to many of you this year, 14. Kings are 14 in the tarot, queens are 13, knights are 12, pages are 11. Okay, 14, temperance. So a divine union is the challenge. Will this come into being? Will this come into being a sky father and a water mother? A sky father and a water mother? Maybe you knew these people from past lives. Coming out of the Queen of Swords, you're using your discernment. These two are facing each other. They are side by side. Two of Cups in the crown. Shut up. This is in reverse, interestingly enough. Are we splitting here? Or maybe you've been separated for a while. Divine timing is bringing you back together. What's happening? Thank you. A message, pages, swords. You don't have all the information, but someone will be reaching out or with a message. They want to communicate, or you do. An idea. Who's watching, gathering more information, needing more information. You could have bought light bulbs here recently, or you need to buy some light bulbs. Some lights in your house are going out. You need to change your light bulbs. Okay. If that resonates with you, you will know that this message is for you. You've got a partnership here. An idea. It's an idea I feel like that you put on the back burner, that you left for a while. You can revisit this or not. It's up to you. This person's thinking about you. Very much. They're heavily thinking about you. Whoever they are. What do they want? What do they want after all this time? What do they? What are you thinking about each other? Quite literally. What do you want? Nine of Pentacles. You want to be single? You want your independence? Independent coexistence is what I just heard. The Empress. Kind of in reverse, though. Interesting. We have the Emperor and the Empress. King of Cups behind that. Got a lot of players here. Got a lot of people here. What you both want is to be single. What you both want is your independence. You want to be maybe even more financially stable. Some of you quite literally want children. You want to be married. You wonder if you ever will, or be in a solid connection with your person. You want to actually have a stable relationship in this life. Of course you do. And some of you don't. That's okay too. I'm just saying for those of you that do, that resonates for you. You do want to have that, but you're maybe kind of questioning if it's in the cards for you. I don't know. Four of Wands. That's the 1111 card. That's kind of saying that there's definitely a union here. Someone could already be in a connection and they need to leave said connection. Someone's leaving a connection in order to try to come talk to you, literally talk to you, Two of Cups. Okay. I don't know why this is relevant though. You're single. You're doing well for yourself or you're about to be. It's taken time for you to stabilize and to ground yourself after everything you've done. It's just taking time. There's no reason being upset at yourself about it. It's just taking time, guys. We don't do all of this overnight. Growth doesn't just necessarily happen overnight. We got to go through our trials and tribulations and initiations and all that jazz. Alright? Fuck all that. Anyway, you did it. You've done the work. There's no new mastery level that you need to attain. And if anyone is still ramming that junk down your throat, you need to get away from those people, please. And get away from that person, okay? You have nothing to prove to anyone in this life but you. But thyself. Know thyself. Okay? Right. Advice for collective. Everything's coming out sideways, like Aquarius did at the beginning. Everything literally coming out sideways. So, again, you're in this in-between phase. 3 of Cups. Reconnect. Some kind of third party going on here. If it's a third party and you're not down with it, then don't be. But someone does really want to reconnect with you. They do. But again, well, they began our reading with a 7. Here we have 7 in the energy. 3 and 4. So, energy's lining up. The 3 of Cups. Oh, I just got the Pleiades. 7 sisters. Your star family is communicating with you. The universe is reflecting to you in the mirror. Don't forget that. You have divine knowledge and ancestry that's coming through to you. It's channeling through to you. It always is, whether you're aware of it or not. Don't fear this existence, guys. Don't fear this existence. You're meant to be here to sift and mold through the clay and to feel everything that you're here to feel. It's beautiful. Even the scary shit. It's all beautiful. 6 of Cups. Be a child. Nostalgia. Love it here. Love the energy. Love the skin that you're in. Okay, someone needs to hear this message. You recently just broke up with somebody, boyfriend. This is a recent split you've had with your person, maybe within the last month or 2, okay? But you're still kind of processing, going through the energy, dealing with it. Or you broke up with your girlfriend, vice versa. I don't know, did I say boyfriend? Anyway, this is a channel message for someone who needs to hear this. You're going through a spiritual awakening, and you need to, you're at a young phase in your life. You feel kind of young to me. You've done a lot. You're highly independent, whoever you are. You have a strong community around you. Maybe you're worried about how things are being perceived about you in the public eye. Could be. You could be worried about that. Your reputation is also how I'm feeling that energy. And this could go for many of you in multiple ways. Something about your perception, the perception of you in the public eye, how that's being affected. Some of you quite literally are afraid to shine your light because of how you fear that you're going to be perceived. Fuck them. They're not doing this, you are. And no one's living your life, you are. Okay? But anyway, you recently split from someone and you are worried about your image in the public eye. Maybe you overreacted, or maybe they did. Something you did, something that happened here, there was an overreaction of energy, and it happened because you came from a place of heavy insecurity. I don't think you wanted the breakup to happen. I think you were fighting it. I think you were trying to hold on to this person, but the very act of trying to do that was causing the rift, and there was a need for independence. Maybe it delved into just some toxic habits. Maybe you guys already had these things that were going on. The bottom line is, you don't need to look at this relationship as though it were some kind of failure. It was there to teach you a lesson about self-worth, because you deserve more. Both of you do, as a matter of fact. You deserve more. You will learn more. And this now is probably a time of going into hermit. You will spend a lot more time, I feel like, in isolation. You'll kind of come in and out of society, as it were. You'll show your face every once in a while, then you'll dip under the surface, and you'll come back up for air, then you'll go back under the water where it's calm. Okay? You're going to do that for a little while because you're healing. You're healing. And you need to know that. And you'll eventually feel comfortable enough in your skin and who you are, because you're rediscovering who you are right now. Your identity got so wrapped up in a relationship, in a person, that you forgot who you were. And you've allowed maybe even outside opinions to kind of shape and establish who you are right now. And you're learning how to let that shit go and let these people go who never really had good intentions for you in the first place. And they admire that you could do good, but not better than them. Okay. They envied and evil-eyed your relationship because it was good for when it was good, you know. But ultimately, you were meant to learn this lesson through this person, regardless of whether you ended up with them or not. If you're trying to think about going back to this person, now is not a good time. In fact, we're getting ready to go into Mercury retrograde, so I definitely don't suggest exes may try to come back. It's not a good time, guys. It's definitely not a good time, and I wouldn't suggest it if you are trying to consider reconnecting with a past person here. Okay? I just wouldn't. Not right now. I'm not saying doesn't work, and I'm not saying you can't in the future. And if you really feel like you crossed that hurdle, and if this person down the line is still worth pursuing, you would know that. I'm going to go ahead and tell you, though, this is about your awakening. Now is the time of your awakening. And it's a good thing it's happening now. Many of you, while you're forever young, forever young. I just got Rod Stewart in my mind. Okay. Anyway, forever young. You're young, so. And you will be always young at heart. Aries, just all that for Aries. Okay? Anyway, that was a message I wanted to come through. I just had to share that with you. Believe in yourself. You have done so much on your own. You don't have to question it. It's almost like you have success in every aspect and area of your life but one, and that's the one you want help in the most, probably your love life. That's how you feel? I've got success. I'm good at all these things. I look good. I feel good. I smell good. I take care of myself. I take care of my body. I work out. I keep myself up to date. I buy myself things. I spoil myself. I know how to take care of myself. But when it comes to relationships, that seems to be my problem area, my problem child. Okay? I seem to fall apart wherever that's concerned. Problem child. So. Okay, I just got Jake Paul in my mind. Good Lord. Let me not channel Jake Paul. What the fuck? Anybody catch the Mike Tyson fight? Anyway, where are we? And final message, and then we'll close out this reading. 108 on the timer. 1 hour and 8 minutes on the title. That is 108 is a conjunction. 108 is a contradiction, as a matter of fact. 108 is an earthquake. I'm getting that. 829 on the clock. Could be seeing seismic activity. That's, yeah. With Pluto energy, sure. Some seismic activity. Could be seeing that. Are you this divine disruptor? Disruptor. Contradiction. You're a contradiction of energy. You're at a crossroads. A crossroads. That's it. Could be working with Hecate, Athena. What is the final message, please, for the collective? Final message for the collective. I'm going to know for the high space. Emotional sensitivity. Be gentle with yourself, guys. If you know you're going, I'm sorry, I know I delivered that message maybe even a little harsh, if you're going through something like that in a bad breakup, please be gentle with yourself, you know. Show yourself that grace and that kindness and that mercy. Power animal, a unicorn. I think that's just trying to tell you to pay attention to your power animal this week. The fish. The salmon. Honor and respect your deep sensitivity as it is a gift to us all. We all benefit from you. Some of you don't realize how many people you have helped just by telling your story. Yeah. You're incredible. You don't know how many people you've helped just by telling your story. Or just by being who you are. And you need to remember that. No, maybe you're not in a relationship right now. No, maybe you don't need to be. Who knows? But you're learning about you. You're learning how to fall in love with you again. And that's not... And when that happens, it will be reflected back to you in the mirror. Maybe not by those you thought it would, but it will be. Okay. Have you been teased or felt bad about the fact that you're extremely sensitive? If so, this card is the angel's reassurance of the positive qualities within your gift of sensitivity. For example, you accurately know whether or not a new acquaintance is trustworthy. The angels are working with you to trust this feeling more often and not berate yourself if you've disallowed your intuition in the past. You are peaceful by nature, so you naturally avoid conflict and other harsh energies. Ask your angels to steer you toward other peace-loving people and keep all others away from you. Honor your sensitivity by surrounding yourself with gentleness in your relationships, media choices, home life, and work situations. Be mindful of all the energy that you're consuming through your media, through content that you read. Just be careful. Live plants are one of the angels' favorite tools for clearing away physical and emotional toxins. So go buy yourself some flowers or plant something. Literally. Plant something. Heavy Aries here today. Specifically. Alright. Today, put a live plant or potted plant right next to your bed so that tonight its energy can clear and transmute anything you may have absorbed. Just as the plant transforms toxic carbon into breathable carbon, it will also transform fear energy. So you'll sleep peacefully and wake up refreshed. Be sure to take great care of the plant. Call upon the fairies for help in this, to help guide you to a plant that you need. Good idea. Call upon the fairies to help guide you to a plant that you may need at this time. One that will be, you will know. You'll know it when you see it. You are protected, by the way. Okay. And if you didn't feel that way, then you need to call your energy back while you are healing. You're good. I really feel, whoever needed this message today, you're really good. You're feeling a lot better than I think you were. You were destabilized there for a hot little minute, but you're good now, I think. I think you are. You're moving into your inner journey. 1:14 on the clock. Guys, I'm going to leave it here. I hope this message found who needed to hear it, who needed to find it. Okay, if this message did resonate with you, do your girl a solid. Leave those likes on the video. Drop me a comment. Let's engage in discussion around the topic. And I hope something found you that needed to find you at this time. Thank you so much, everybody. And I will see you again when I see you in my next video.